Hey everybody, Joe Christopher. I've been hammering away this weekend pretty much almost exclusively. I'm doing about 8 to 10 hour days, trying to get this funnel out the door. I've talked about this a lot, and I'm actually realizing there's a lot more detail that I need to complete to make sure it's done. But I need to just get something basic out there initially just to get it going. So I'm not spending money and I'm not trying to fix 40,000 things at once. Keep it simple. And that's been honestly a theme that's been coming up with me lately, which is interesting because I'm gonna put this light on. Yo, mama. All right, so that's better. So keeping it simple is yes, I'm in a robe. Um, I like to be comfortable. It makes me think a little bit better. Um, but you can get really complex with marketing and shiny object syndrome. I really just need to get a single funnel out there and tweak it until it works instead of working on four or five or six different mechanisms and avenues. Just get a video out there. I've completed that actually. That was actually fun. Spent a little bit more on it than time on it than I wanted to last night, but it was again I learned a lot more than I wanted to. And as I've been doing these videos on fear, it's been really interesting because I'm realizing I'm more aware of what when that does creep in, and only thing that fear is going to, well, if you, I think it was FDR, the only thing you have to fear is fear itself, and it's true. You create that fear in your mind. If you think about people who are scared of snakes, right? I'm not personally, but some people are, and some people have them as pets. So the only difference between those two is there was some decision or something in their past that people that don't like snakes, right? Um, they have a fear of snakes for whatever reason. It might have been a show they saw. They might have been scared to hell. They don't know what it is. Maybe just from the Bible. Who knows? Those people who like pets, just the complete opposite. Again, they made a decision that pets are friendly. Pets could be a good. I'm sorry, snakes could be a good pet, and they could be friendly. So again, the only difference between those two things is your thought process and a decision you made. So um, I'm realizing more and more. Number one, I haven't given up. That number two, uh, fear of failure is usually a theme that I run night and day and night. And I haven't told the story in a while, but I remember my dad was my baseball coach in elementary school. And I remember I was up on the mound and he kept me in. Started pitching really poorly. I was struggling to. I was actually overthinking it. Now that I look back on it, and I always wanted to do my best, and sports was kind of a mechanism for me to do that. And I just couldn't try to find the strike zone. And I remember that thought process going on in my head. And my dad called the timeout, came to the mound, and said, "Hey, you need to kind of settle down." And I started kind of pitching a little bit worse. And he came out again a second time, and he said, "Look, I'm not taking you out. You need to learn how to pitch when you're not pitching well." And I remember in my mind, I completely just shut down and I said, "You know what? Doesn't matter what I do, it's not going to be good enough." And from that point forward, that was my mindset. You know, no matter what I do, I'm going to fail. It doesn't matter if I do my best or if I, do my worst. And that was a point where I made a decision of doesn't matter again what I do. Looking back on that whole event now, I've changed that mindset. But there's still real small little pieces of residual. and maybe it wasn't from that. It was from maybe other things that I'm struggling to think about what those are right now. But I'm moving through it, and this to me, I've tried a few different advertisements online. I've had some success, but nothing with sales. So again, I'm determined to tweak it, figure it out until it works. And it's actually really kind of exciting and liberating because I've got some support. I've got people that have done this in the past, so that question mark I don't have to worry about, and that's kind of a nice thing. So um, I'm going to end it here. I know I'm kind of rambling on, but thanks again, and talk to you guys later. I hope this was helpful for some of you guys, and that this helped better somebody's life today. See you later. Bye bye.